Sergeant John Levitow was both the youngest and the lowest-ranking person to ever receive our nation's highest honor, the Medal of Honor. Sergeant Levitow was a loadmaster on an AC-47 Dragon gunship stationed at Ben Hoa Air Base, Vietnam. On February 24, 1969, then Airman First Class Levitow was a crew member on Spooky 71 on a night combat patrol mission in the Saigon area. About 4.5 hours into the mission, Spooky 71 received an urgent request to provide illumination near Long Binh Army Base. As the aircraft moved south of the field to provide illumination support to ground forces, the aircraft was jarred by a tremendous explosion. A North Vietnamese 82mm mortar had exploded on top of the right wing, spraying the cargo compartment with shrapnel. All 3 men in the cargo compartment, including Levitow, were seriously wounded, and the flight deck crew members were working furiously to maintain control of the aircraft. Airman Levitow first pulled a fellow crew member to safety from the open cargo door, and then realized that the explosion had pulled the safety pin from a flare now rolling on the cargo floor near thousands of rounds of ammunition. If the flare ignited, so too would the ammunition. Although Airman Levitow had suffered over 40 wounds, he managed to trap the flare by draping his body over it, drug it to the open cargo door, and flung it out of the aircraft just as it ignited. Airman Levitow spent 2.5 months in the hospital recovering. His tour in Vietnam was cut short in May of 1970 when he was returned to the United States to receive the Medal of Honor from President Nixon. Although Sergeant John Levitow did not remain on active duty after receiving his award, he nevertheless dedicated his life to Air Force enlisted members. For 3 decades, John Levitow has been woven into the fabric of our enlisted heritage. His heroic efforts are the embodiment of our Air Force core value, service before self. John Levitow, enlisted mobility hero, has an honored place in our Mobility Hall of Fame.